All right, guys, here we go. Welcome to another edition of Marathon Sport Fishing. In this special episode today, guys, I'm going to attempt to build a lighter weight, better crab trap, one that's easier to handle, one that will not scratch up your boat when you set it on the bottom because it's full of concrete. So I've got a plan. We're going to see if the plan works. Grab your life jackets and hang on, and welcome aboard. All right, guys, here we go. You always wonder what we're doing down here when the wind's blowing like crazy, like it has been the last few days. Today, I'm setting up some new crab traps. I'm going to go through one of them with you really quick. If you live in the middle of the Lower Keys, the spot to buy stone crab traps would be Cudjoe Sales down on Cudjoe. So I've got one set out here. They come in packages of 5. We had a couple older packages, one of my neighbors, so I said I'll put them together. So we're going to walk you through it. Each trap has 4 sides that'll slide into each other. You got 2 thin sides, and you have 2 thicker sides. These look like they should go on the bottom. They actually go on the top of the trap. And then you have the 2 thinner, the 2 thicker, then you have the top of the trap. We're going to put this bad boy together. You also, with each package of 5, you get 5 balls, 100 feet of rope, 5 throats. This goes in the top of the trap. That's where the crab crawls in. You have 2 little tabs here, which lock and close the top of the trap. You have, call them plastic hinges, 2 hinges that open the lid, that pivot on the lid of the trap. I'm going to put this guy down, or it's going to blow away here. So let's get started. I'm also adding a couple things into the trap. On the bottom of the trap, I've got this PVC siding, or like you can utilize it inside the house ceilings. It's PVC. It's kind of webbed there. You can see it. I'm running 2 pieces of it on the bottom of the trap. When I was younger, I broke my neck, so for me, pulling them traps up aggravates it quite a bit. So when I do the concrete, I'm going to try running 2 of these on the bottom, which will take up 1/3 of the weight of the concrete, which should help my situation out a little bit. Let me know. Shoot a comment down below, guys, if you think that's going to work or not, or am I going to have to fill concrete in it if they come flying out of there. My thought is, when you're pouring the concrete, they friction fit in the bottom a little. So when you're pouring the concrete, you should get some that'll go in the side here a little bit, and that should tie it in, and they should not come up. That's my thought. Let me know in the comment section if you think it's going to work. All right, so we start with the trap. We're going to go with, we got the 2 thin, the 2 thick sides, and they slide in together. One of them has tabs on it right here, and they'll slide over the other one. On the trap, the bottom of the trap has these little stubs in it here with like rails. This is where you pour the concrete in. So the bottoms are here and here. So this piece will slide onto this piece, which just has a rail on it. The other one has tabs that come down the rail. So we'll start with that. A rubber mallet comes in real handy. You won't damage your trap that way. They are friction fit as you put them on. Okay, we got one side on. Again, it looks funny. These tabs look like they would be the bottom of the trap. They're not. That's the top. So we'll add the other side on here. I'm going to wrap it down on the concrete here, makes it easier. Okay, side number 4 is coming on right here. Actually, this side, we have an escape ring that's on all the new traps. This side, I need to put the escape ring on it. So what I'm going to do, the ring's got to go on the bottom of the trap, which is right here. And it goes in this location. I'm going to take the jigsaw and just cut out that bottom piece a little bit so I can get it on there. Give it a quick mark. So it's going to, the ring's going to be right here. I'm going to cut this piece off there and there with the jigsaw. A lot of guys are doing that with hole saws, but the jigsaw works pretty good. So the ring goes on there. It's got to have that, what is it, like a 2 and whatever size ring. This is a Gulf ring. So if you have older pots, you just have to add that on there. The jigsaw is the easiest way to put it on there. So I'm going to pop a couple screws in, get this guy held down. You don't want to over tighten on these, you just want to get them snug. Put a third one in as well just to hold it. There we go. We got a ring in the trap. All right, we'll get this side put on. Then you want to put it with the top up. That's how it slides in. Both of them in place here. Pop it down on the concrete. Okay, there we got our 4 sides on our trap. The top is here. We have a wooden escape block you got to have in the trap. I'm going to set this guy up there, pop a couple screws into him. Correct. There's holes drilled in the back of it to do this, so you just spray sample. The purpose of the wood is in case somebody runs your trap over, cuts your buoy off, or gets blown out and you can't find it, that will rot out of there and the crabs and the fish can get out of it. The small holes for the smaller crabs so they can come in and go out. The big crabs will tend to eat them if you run out of bait, so that's their escape hatch. Next thing is the lid. So the lid goes on. It's got a flange on each side. The lid goes on right in between. These tabs on the top, it does not go this way, it goes in between them. The flanges go to the sides. So to make it hinge and flip, it's got these 2 plastic, I call them hinges. So they've got a larger hole on one side and pinholes on the other side. They're kind of like a C-clip or something, so I just grab them and push them on like that. When you get them both on there, the large holes go up. And just kind of get it started on this lip on the top of the trap here. I'm just starting them on there and just The C-clip will open up and shoot around it. You just want to start it kind of at an angle like that. And pop it in. Once those are in place, 2 screws in each one. And all the screws come with the traps as well, guys. The next item that goes on the top of the trap, this is the throat. So this sits down in here. There's 4 holes in it. Pops in, you've got the 4 smaller screws to hold that. There's 2 different sizes of screws. I believe that's what these are for. That's the only way the large crabs can actually get into the pot. All right, that guy's on there. So now the trap, the lid pops open and shut. It's got 2 tabs that we're going to put on the other side. These, they're like perforated on the back, smooth on the front. These go on top of the crab pot right here. You want to center them in the middle from side to side here on this particular piece. You want it centered, and you got to have it over a little bit from these tabs that stick up. You want it over just a little bit so you can spin it. And all it does is just you screw it on, you spin it, and it stops the lid from opening. So I'm going to keep it about a 1/2 inch off that little tab, shoot that on there. Again, I'm just getting it snug. You can see that flips right over. Next one. Okay, so we have the plastic pieces assembled. Okay, what I'm doing here is very important. I am cutting a spacer to go on the bottom of the trap. I'm going to set it inside the trap here. What the cardboard is going to do, it's going to prevent the concrete from going all the way to the bottom of the trap. And what this does, it stops the concrete from sitting on the bottom of your boat and scratching it. Bottom of the trap's covered up. Now I'm going to take these 2 pieces, which are about 5 inches wide, and I'm just going to pop them in the middle of the trap. We've got to cut the right length. And I'm kind of form-fitting them around the little buttons. I've got them cut where they friction fit in there just a little bit. There we have it. So those guys are friction fit in there. So that's they're right up, just about up to the top. I'll take the trowel and I put the concrete in and edge it off of them. So that tip covers about 1/3 of the space, 1/3 of the amount of concrete you're putting in there. So let me know, guys, send me a comment. Let me know if you think that's going to work or not. I'm going to get mixing, fill up some of these traps here, get them all ready to go. I got 10 of them. And we're going to go out and test it out. How to assemble your stone crab pots. Again, Cudjoe Sales down in the lower keys down here carries these. They sell a ton of them. They carry extra parts as well. After you get all the traps put together, the next thing is the ropes. It comes with 100 feet of rope for each set of traps, so roughly 20 feet. There's 5 of these weights. So when I'm cutting the rope, I take and I cut it. I've got a just like a heat gun that I'm melting it with just to melt the ends. Otherwise, if you have a lighter, that'll work as well. You just want to make sure that it's nice and tight so you can get this around. So what the lead does, so you drop your trap in 5 feet of water. I take my lead and I pull an arm's length here. So I do like about 6 feet. Then you're going to grab a regular hammer. And I'm going to smack the lead down. I'll show you. The reason it's lead because it'll bend and form easy. So you just want to flatten that thing out right there on the rope. So what that does, when you drop your rope down, your ball's going to be up here. Your lead's going to be hanging down 5 or 6 feet. The rope's not going to be strewn out across the top of the water for 10 or 12 feet where it can get cut off. So the lead's very important. Then I'll put the ball on, and I just like to do a double overhand, I guess. It makes a bit of a figure 8 there. If you see that figure 8, you know it's going to hold and just snug her down. I'll lay out a little more of the production here what we had going. So it started here. I had the tape measure laid out 20 feet. So I'd hook the rope through the end of the garbage can, pull it down, drop it there, cut it off there. As we're finishing off the crab pots. All right, guys, I got special guest Art Brown. You guys recognize him from a couple of the big swordfish videos. He popped in to give me a hand to finish these things off. Got her? There goes the concrete. Right down the leg. Oh, I thought I was going to dodge it. Drop this down. And I got to put a little bit.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you need that. It's so heavy. Should almost got another 7 pounds of water.
So once we get done out here, I'm going to tie the ropes onto the pots, tuck them in there, get them back to the dock. Here's what I did to test it. I said there's a couple ways to tie the trap. You can do this when you get up beside the boat. It makes it easier to pick up. That way you can grab it and it balances. But to test it, I'm throwing this thing in like you're throwing it off the boat. Down she goes. Trap is upright. Pull her back up to her, see what she's doing. Perfect. And that thing is a third lighter than if you poured it normally. So again, I covered a third of the concrete with the plastic in the bottom, so I'm pretty excited about that. All right, guys, Lee and I are out. We're just dropping the crab pot. So what we got going, we're gonna dump one here. Lee, what's it look like? We're looking for a little harder bottom. So in the pot, I got 2 pig's feet. We're just doing test pots until we find a good location. We're gonna drop this guy right here. On it goes. All right. So we set 3 pots up in this area. We're gonna take and we're gonna go a little farther and drop 3 in another spot, or 2 or 3 in a couple other different locations until we find an area that's got the stone crab. We got the last 3 pots baited, lined up. We're gonna start dropping them here in a second. So we'll put the first one here. Ready? Guys, here we go. Pulling up our first crab trap pot. So first pot, guys, we did find some stone crabs. Lucky drop, maybe. How long is that? There's 3 to this shank there, so we'll use this. Okay. I'm gonna measure. Get that to sit still. Right there is 3 inches. That claw is plenty good. This one I believe is going to be a little short. He's short. Okay, you filming?
Yeah.
So we got one out here. Both of his are keepers.
Oh, he's got teeth.
All right. I can tell they're both keepers, but grab the knife here. We're going to measure it. So see that inside of that hook?
Yep.
The inside of the hook is over 3 inches. So go right there.
Oh yeah.
Yep, he's 3 inches.
And that one's a big one.
Yep, so, all right. Set the camera down. Pop him right here. There's an empty crab trap right there. Over the boat. Okay, Tamara.
Okay, now. Right here?
Yep, go in there. Now hold the knife like you mean it. Hold it like you mean it. Now wiggle it. Okay, tickle the tendon. Get in there. Okay, there's one. Here, I'll show you. So like here, you pop it in. He's fighting.
Okay.
And pop it in here.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta get right in the soft spot and you just wiggle it. He'll pop loose right here in a second. Let go. Let go. All right. I gotta keep on with the boat stripping.
You don't want to let loose.
He does not. He usually let it go.
These are hardcore stone crab.
All right. Go old school with him. Grab him. Pop it like that. It comes right off. See, perfect break.
Okay.
I don't like doing it that way personally. Yeah, look, there's a bunch in there. 4 of them. Holy crap, some of them are big too. Of course I forgot the tongs, guys. So we got 4 big crabs in here. We're gonna have to see how to do this. Okay guys, so we have a few of them in the trap here on the first trap. Unfortunately for me, I forgot my tongs and my measuring device. So the knife I'm using there has like I'd call it a line cutter. It's got a cut in the back end of it toward the handle. From the tip to the handle is like 3 1/8 inch. So I know exactly, where they're at. It's just a little harder to measure them with that. You just got to hold it up on them. It takes a second or two longer. Then flip over there. There we go. All right. Got the knife right here.
In butt kicking mode.
He's over 3 inches on this one.
Yay.
So we'll grab that. Here, grab the knife. I'll have you pop him. Here, let's do it over the water. You okay with that?
Yep.
Come up here. Will you hold? I want you to hold the knife like you mean it. Yeah, because you're going to slip otherwise. Okay, go ahead. Push. There we go. That one's short. That one's good. Away he goes. Okay, as we're working our way through the day, picking our 5 pots each here, you can see here as I'm pulling this up, guys, it's nice and light. It's easy to handle. Like I said before, I think I actually had too much concrete in my first set of pots that I had. But nice and light, I can pick it right up. You see the bottom there, the white strip. So 1/3 of the concrete out of that pot is not in it. There's a bunch of them in there. Here we go again, guys. Looking like a good pull. When you open these, a lot of times they'll be hanging on the top. Just want to be careful. We got like a triggerfish in there. 2 smaller guys. They're probably not legal. That one might be legal. Okay, Mr. Knife. I have to turn it sideways, honey. I have to see it. Put the tip right at that.
Right there?
Yep.
He's legal.
Yep, he's legal, okay. So we got 1 legal. Let's do him right over the pot.
1 legal and 1 not?
Yep. Because they got to be like 2.8.
Okay.
the trigger fish got in there. Okay, this guy's probably both legal, I'm guessing. Let's go with the long, short side first. Okay.
Yep, legal.
I have to see it. I can't. I know where my measurement was exactly.
Okay.
No, he's short.
Oh, he is
It's got to
short.
be to this cut back there.
Oh, okay.
But this side's legal. We'll pop him right over the trap here. Okay. You got to go in a little farther. There we go.
Oh, there.
This one's not. Bouncing up and down a couple times to get all the sand. Oh, I see a crab hanging in there. You got one for sure. Couple in there. 3 in there. Oh,
Yay, that's awesome.
it's a different spot, guys. So we know they're here too. So none of the pots moved. This one's in a little busier channel. Nothing's moved. Just making sure we're floating the right direction so you don't get too shallow while we're getting the crabs out. Look at, see them hanging up here?
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta be careful when you open the lids. There's 4 in there. One's small. The guy that was up on top's a little smaller. I don't think he's got a legal one. We'll measure him when we get him out here. Go in there. Okay, grab the knife. Nope, he's short. All right, buddy.
And he's gone.
This one's got 1 claw. He's been picked, so.
Is his claw too small or you don't know yet?
He might be legal.
Crab wrestling.
Yeah, that's what it is. Come on, guy. Okay. Let's check this one first.
This one?
Yep. Short. This one I'm sure is long enough, but we're going to check him. Put the tip right there. Yep, plenty long. Okay. Ready, Tamara?
Right in there, right?
Yep. There we go.
Yay!
Definitely hard to get him out of there, guys. I could have probably tipped it over, but I didn't really want the pig's feet in the bottom of the boat as well. But you don't want to forget your tongs. That's all I'm going to say right there. Okay. Let's check this one first.
This one?
Yep. Short. This one I'm sure is long enough, but we're going to check him. Put the tip right there. Yep, plenty long. Okay. Ready, Tamara?
Right in there, right?
Yep. There we go.
Yay! Boy, they're ready for battle.
Oh yeah, they are ornery little buggers. Just check this one. The other one's too short. Yep, he might be legal, but we're being conservative today. Okay, so we're at the next location. Like I said, I strung pots out for about 6-7 miles here, guys. 1 to 3 here or there, just checking everywhere around these islands and stuff. And honestly, I caught crabs in every pot in every location, so that was real good. Anyway, Just pulling up the next pot here. I've got one in the boat. I'm going to consolidate where my traps are after this. You can see how well the trap works where I made that loop on the top where I can just pick it up and carry it right in. Again, I had the cardboard on the bottom of the trap, so there's no concrete that's touching the boat. It's just raw plastic off the trap when I pull it in like that.
Crab equipment.
Yeah, so I just have to put the equipment on the boat. Pour in there.
Wow.
All right, that's a big claw.
That is a big.
I'll pop this one.
Okay.
He's mad. There we go. That's a big one. No measuring required on that guy. This other one, he's got probably 2 keepers in him. This one's probably got 2. Okay, Tamara, grab the knife. We're gonna measure the short one.
This one?
Okay, yeah. Get a hold right at the tip, right at the end there. You gotta hold the knife still. Oh, he's short? Okay, this one's good. Make sure you don't run over this guy's pots as we're motoring. Okay, we'll pop him right over the cage here. Just gotta tickle it. There, you let it go.
How many times have you thrown the
claw in?
claw in?
I think one time accidentally.
Ooh, that's a nice one there.
Yeah, he's not wanting to come out of there, is he?
You need the knife and the. Oh, there. That one's definitely big enough.
Yeah, they're probably both big enough.
Yep.
All right.
Play bounce the.
Check where we're at first, okay?
Bounce the crab.
Put it in there. It's got to be right at the tip there. So he's good enough. Yep, both are good. Go to short side first. Nice. Almost threw that in.
Yep.
You almost jinxed me. I'll grab the long side.
Okay.
There we go.
Perfect. Look at that.
One left.
They're so funny, their little eyes.
Oh yeah. Pissed off. This one might be legal, might not. So grab the. Oh, sorry, landed on the pig's foot.
Oh boy.
Okay, sorry.
So.
Yep, he's good. Let's do it over the side. Go ahead, pop it. There we go. Okay, guys, last pot here. I'm going to show you a little better camera angle on how to actually pop the claws off. You've seen me snap a couple off on a couple of the first pots that we got. I don't like to do that. If you don't do it right, you're going to break. It's going to break at a different spot. You're going to kill the crab. Tamara's got the knife in there. She needs to angle it back just a little farther. See, he's not letting go. As soon as she angled the knife up and farther, he popped the claw off. Look at the big crusher on him, guys. Ooh, that one gets you, you know it. So you got to get up by the top here. You go far in. See, if you get up inside and go farther in like that, that's what you got to do. Get a little more angle.
Okay.
Perfect.
Oh, it's got to go that way.
Yep. Yeah, he's plenty big. Okay, so let's come over here. So remember how I showed you to go way in at the angle?
Right here.
Yep. On the inside there, then go way in.
Oh, there. Okay.
Okay, that's the camera. Okay.
Okay. The garbage is over on that side.
It's not garbage.
Or the bucket. The bucket.
Here,
That's my bucket.
Again, so you want to go at a steep angle coming in there. See, he's fighting it. So just kind of pop it here. You want to Get it at an angle up in there. Because it tickles the tendon and then they let it go. There we go.
They're ticklish.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in on today's video. My goal with today's video was to build a lighter weight, better crab trap that was easier to handle, wouldn't ding up your boat. You could set it in there without scratching it, and hopefully that it would work out. So far, so good with the traps, guys. I don't know if I'd put the lighter one straight out front or not, but I liked it for working back in the Bay areas. If you haven't had a chance yet, you guys, please smash the subscribe button and give me a thumbs up if you like today's video. This is Captain Matt, Marathon Sport Fishing, signing off for today.